Have you ever bought something just because it was on clearance and then realized later that it doesn't fit? Because that's exactly what happened to me. I got these jean shorts from Walmart and they were only $3. But when I got home and tried them on again, I realized that they were way too short. But that doesn't mean that I can't repurpose them. Instead of just donating them, I thought I would turn them into 2 really cute bags. This is not only a great project for repurposing things that don't fit or you're never gonna wear again, but it's also a great way to get in your hours for a home ec credit. So like anyone would do, I got on Pinterest and started looking for inspiration. And so I did find this one, and I actually really like that because I do have some plaid fabric already. My second bag is going to be a little more like hippie style and kind of lean more towards flowers and butterflies and things like that. So let's get into what you'll need. Okay, so obviously you'll need some type of jean shorts. This is totally optional, but a sewing machine would make this way easier. You will need some scissors, got that, and then some little pins and needles. Got some thread just for sewing machine, or if you want to freehand it, you can totally try to do that. And then I do have some decorations. I actually went to Michael's and got a few things, but I already had all of these super duper cute patches already, and they kind of fit my theme of like wanting it to be like flowers and butterflies and stuff. So I kind of went with that. But, oh, another thing that I wanted to say was I got these little sew on snaps. You can get these so you can close your bag. You can also get zippers and try to do that. Or I know there are magnet clips. Those are a little more tricky. So I would either go with like a zipper. You could also do drawstring. But honestly, I feel like the sew on snaps are gonna be the best and work the best. And then I did want to say that I got these, like, I don't even know what you would call this. I got it from Michael's. It was near, like, in my store, it was near like the ribbons and stuff, but I am going to use this as a strap for one of the purses. And then, like I said, I had some leftover fabric from another project, and I'm gonna use this for the other bag. You can totally do anything that you want for the strap. You can get leather, you can get a rope, you can get ribbon, you can get fabric, you can get jean fabric so that it kind of matches with the jean thing, but you can literally do anything. This is your bag to customize, so just make it fun and make it what you want. Okay, so now I'm going to start cutting these in half. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and prep my jeans before I sew them. So I'm gonna turn everything inside out. There's like this little piece right here. I didn't want to cut it off right away until I knew exactly what I was doing. So, but eventually this piece is gonna come off. I'm gonna turn it this way. I'm just gonna get a pin and just put it like right here to secure. This is probably the most hard part for me because I feel like I always mess up with matching things up, so we'll see how it goes. Now I am just going to cut this piece off and then just see if I can see. It'll kind of go like flaring out a little bit. Okay, so I just finished putting all of the pins in, and now I'm just going to my best to kind of fold it back out just to make sure that everything is the way I want it to be. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one, and then we'll get to sewing. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the first bag. So I'm going to turn it inside out, or yes, inside out again, so that I can see all of my pins, because we are actually going to sew this way. Okay, so I just have some black thread in the machine, and I have it set to just a regular stitch. So now I'm going to start stitching it. So you want to go forward a few stitches and then go backwards, just so it is like really secure and doesn't come apart. Be careful when you're going over the thicker parts of the jeans. You don't want to break your needle or get anything jammed. And then what I really like to do is just keep the foot and the edge of the fabric aligned so that the stitch that I'm making now stays straight. Just make sure that when you turn your fabric, you place your needle down and then you can turn it. I just finished sewing this bag, the first one, and as you can see, it's a little like not matched up right here, but that's fine because I will just cut that part off. All right, let's see. So excited. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is actually so cute. This is what it looks like. And honestly, I kind of like that it goes out in like a kind of a triangle way. It's not completely straight, which it's fine. I'm not that great at sewing, so I'm just happy that it came out this decent. I'm going to start sewing my second bag. So just do pretty much everything that I kind of showed you in this first bag. And if something, you know, doesn't feel right and it's like not matching up, that is okay. It's always better to have more fabric on the actual bag before you start sewing it than to have less fabric and be like a perfect square and then things don't add up. So it's totally fine if it looks crooked or isn't perfect, because that is gonna give your bag its own uniqueness. So just do the best that you can. Okay, so like an hour later and I finished the other bag. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't take that long. So something did kind of happen with the fabric. It was like a little bit weird, a little bit too thick right here. So I am gonna have to go in again and hand stitch that. I was able to fix the little problem that was going on right there, so it doesn't look like a super big deal now. So now I am going to start on the little straps. So for this one, I am just going to, I got 2 yards of it, and I'm just going to sew it together so it's more thick. And then for this one, I'm just gonna sew both sides. Okay guys, so I finally finished with the strap. I don't know if you can see it, but I put on like this really pretty like needle thing. I don't know what it's called, a stitch. I put on this really pretty stitch on one side of the fabric, and it was just so beautiful. So I am just going to cut all of this excess stuff off. Okay, so there we go. I got it all chopped up, and it's still a little ragged looking, but I actually kind of like that look. So now we're ready to attach the strap to the bag. So I'm going to take this end, just like this, and then just kind of like, you know, just loosely match it up. Then I'm just going to put some pins in to make sure that it stays in place. So then I'm just going to sew right along that brownish line, and then I'm gonna do the other side as well.
I do.
Honestly?
Yes. Secretly, but honestly.
No more secrets.
Here I am, waking up. Here I am.
Okay guys, so I just finished putting both straps onto the bags, and this is what they look like. And I did do 2 stitches to secure the straps. Now I'm going to move on to the little decorations, and I am going to put the snaps on, and I'll show you how I do that. And I want these snaps to go on the inside, probably about in the center, so like right here. I want them to match up, so I think the other one will go right here. So I think I'm going to start on this one first. I just have some regular string right here, and then I just have a pretty large heavy-duty needle to just double up on this thread. So now I don't want it to go to the other side because that'll look kind of messy. So I'm going to kind of like pull this back a little bit so that I get kind of a gap in there. And then I'm just going to pull it just like that. Then just go all the way around, reeving in and out until it's secure. Okay, so now I'm going to add the snaps to the second bag. Okay, so I just finished the clasps on both bags, and they do look a little bit messy. I know I'm not the best at how to do that. I've never really put those on before. And I'm not sure if you can use your sewing machine for that either, but I just did it by freehand. It's not the prettiest, but it is super secure. So I honestly really like it. So now finally, the moment I think everyone, including me, has been waiting for is to finally decorate the bags. Now, for some patches, I know that you can use an iron. I personally like to stitch the patches on just so I know that they're secure, but you don't have to go along every single edge. Just do it in certain areas and along with ironing if you want, just to make sure that it's secure. Okay, so for the front of the bag, the same fabric that I had for the strap, I'm going to use to make kind of like a rough patch look. So I just very roughly cut it into a square or like a rectangle. And then I just have some tan embroidery thread here. And I'm just going to very loosely attach it to the bag. Okay, so I'm finally on the last stitch. I'm so excited to see the final product. Oh my gosh, wow, that looks so cool. I really love that. So now I'm going to move on to the back side of the purse. I have this super duper pretty trim here. I think I'm just gonna cut these flowers out and then do them like kind of scattered around. Okay, so now I'm going to arrange where I want my flowers. I think that looks super duper cute and pretty and fun. So I think I'm gonna go with that. So I have like a really thick, heavy duty needle right here. And I'm just gonna take some black, not string, thread. And then just put these on. I'm just gonna take little pins and secure these. So now I'm going to take my flower, and I want kind of the ends to be able to come up still. So I'm going to go up like that, and then just back down, and I'm going to go all the way around the center. Okay, so as you can see, it's super duper nice and secure, but the petals still come up, which is like a really cool effect. And that is what it looks like. So I'm going to do that to the rest of these, except for the white petals, I'm going to switch to a white string. So you want to go forward a few stitches and then go backwards, just so it
Okay guys, I'm so excited
really
because
secure
I
and doesn't
just
come
finished the back side.
Be careful when
So
you're going
this bag
over
is
the
officially
parts of the
done.
jeans. You don't want to
It
break
looks
your needle
so adorable
or get
and
anything.
so cute. I cannot wait to start using it. I love the beautiful flowers and then this beautiful patchwork on the front side. It is just so adorable and so cute. So now I'm going to get started on putting the patches on my second bag. I'm just going to do a butterfly right there and then one right there. I am going to put a little patch that says smart, strong, and beautiful. And I actually think I am going to start on this patch. And then I'm just gonna go all the way around. So I just finished putting the patch on and it's nice and secure. And now I am going to put these patches on, which shouldn't take too long. Okay guys, I just finished putting the last patches on the second bag and they look so adorable. I absolutely love how that came out. And then this is the back side. I know it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on the bag right now, but I kind of like how simple it is, and that leaves room for more creativity later on if I wanted to add more patches. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked this video and it was helpful, please leave a like to support me, and also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this that is geared for teens and trying to do fun, productive things. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.